Hey there, it's Mark Freely, the North Shore Injury Lawyer. Today I want to talk to you about why it's so important to hire a lawyer who's willing to get personally involved right from the start in regards to the accident you've been involved in. Recently, I met with a client who was involved in a very, very serious car accident case. And it was an intersection accident, and it's a question of who really was at fault for the accident and trying to piece together how and why the accident happened to show who was at fault for the accident. Turns out the police accident report was wrong. It had the cars traveling on the wrong roadways, in the wrong directions, cars doing things that the cars weren't doing at the time of the accident. And that created another problem in terms of having to basically understand exactly how and why this accident happened to go to the accident scene and gather crucial evidence to show that it was not my client's fault or that it was mostly the other car's fault. So the first thing I did was I went to where my client's car was and took pictures of all the car damage to my client's car to show it was basically a head-on collision, um, and that it wasn't a turning situation where there was damage to the sides of the vehicle. And it was so much damage to the client's car that it was deemed a total loss. So it was a very serious accident. I then went to the accident scene and took pictures of the intersection itself, the layout, the roadways, the light sequence, the lanes, to get a feel of what's going on at this intersection. And then I started talking to all people at the businesses surrounded the intersection. There was two gas stations, a 7-Eleven, and a restaurant. So I went there myself to collect the evidence. I knew my client needed me there to understand exactly what happened and to piece this puzzle together to make sure that they're able to get compensation for the really serious injuries that they sustained in this accident. So I first went to the 7-Eleven, made friends with the manager, and found out that they do in fact have a video surveillance showing the accident, and he actually looked at it for me. Unfortunately, the sun glare into the camera lens made that video really not useful to show what the other car was doing before it hit my client's car. I then went to another gas station where they were able to pull up a grainy video, and again, that showed mostly the section of the intersection where my client was, but not the other car. So it didn't show me the pre-impact behavior of the other driver, which is really what I was looking for. And then I went to a restaurant on the corner, and they did not have any helpful video. I went to a second gas station, and the guy behind the counter told me that he saw the whole thing. There was no witnesses. There were no witnesses listed on the police report. Yet this kid behind the counter told me he saw the whole thing, and he told me what he saw, and what he saw my client doing, that was correct according to the video I got from the first gas station. However, the behavior that he says the other car was doing right before the accident was incorrect. The live witness who said he saw the whole thing had the other car on a different roadway than the video showed. So even though I have found a witness that was very adamant that they knew exactly what happened, they were wrong. So what did I need now? I needed another video. So there was video at that second gas station, and I'm actually waiting for it now. The owner's pulling it up for me. He had some tech problems. But that video, I'm hopeful, will show the other car that hit my client, what they were doing before they entered the intersection. And it was a yellow light, and I believe it was a young driver, that they were speeding up to beat the light and then hit my client head on before she had a chance to make her turn. And hopefully if I get that evidence, I can help my client get the compensation that she deserves from the other car's insurance company. So very, very important to hire a lawyer who takes it personally to figure out what happened in the accident, to understand how to prove the case to the other insurance company, and to preserve all that evidence so if the case can't settle, that we can win the case at trial. So if you, your friend, family, coworker have been involved in a serious car accident, call me, 631-495-9435. I will get personally involved from the day one to help you piece together this accident and make sure that you get the compensation that you deserve. Please, keep it safe out there.